Good afternoon, good evening, or whatever time of the day it is that you're tuning into the first report.
Yeah.
16?
16?
No,
17.
17.0. Here we are.
Welcome,
first report.
everyone.
This is Fletcher Tabuteau.
And this is Clayton Mitchell.
Yeah, great to be back on the show. We've missed a couple of weeks, mate. Been very, very
We
busy.
missed last week, and sorry about that, folks. It's actually surprisingly hard, even internally, for just even Clayton and I to catch up on.
We don't spend the quality time together like we used to, mate, do we?
No,
It's a bit sad, really.
It's a hard knock life.
Yeah. Look, Fletcher, I wanted to discuss, because we're actually going to try and keep this one a little bit more succinct.
Short.
We were going to actually do it down in the house, but he's got to go and meet with one of the ambassadors, so he's off again.
10 minutes, so let's...
More fun than 3 frogs in a sock. Right, serious stuff here. We've got the convention happening in Tauranga next weekend.
Oh,
New
yes, we
Zealand's
do.
25th anniversary convention. Very, very exciting. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Look, that's a bit of a milestone, because a quarter of a century, that's a whole generation passed through our fingertips.
Yeah.
And we've had some pretty awesome times, some great wins, a couple of losses, a couple of
hard knocks.
couple of knockdowns,
Yeah,
and we get back up again, like tub thumping.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I get knocked down. But anyway, it's great to have it in Tauranga, which so we're the hosting city. And
Yeah,
we've
well done on that. It was a competitive bid from across the country, but Tauranga won out. So
and it's the
well
first time we've had
deserved
it
too.
there, and we've got a fantastic team of people putting it together. We are going to blow your socks off.
This
next
is
weekend.
exciting. Glad to hear it.
It is. There's all sorts of things that we were said, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. But it is going to be extremely exciting. Some fantastic speakers coming along. So if you'd like to come along and listen to our leaders' address, that is on this Sunday. That is next Sunday, the 30th of September, and that is at the Tauranga Racecourse at 2 p.m. There'll be all sorts of announcements. It will be, I think, an event worth coming along to.
That's open to anyone. It's a party conference, but that 2 o'clock session with the leader, everyone come along, more than welcome.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. So anyway, Fletch, over to you. The announcements that we had earlier last week, and you've got some things coming up. Do you want to fill us in on that?
Yeah, I thought the media was quite harsh about the vision that the coalition government put forward to New Zealand. Yes, the timing was interesting, but actually we'd been working on that, especially at the higher levels for months after the 100 days. You know, how do we communicate to New Zealand? And to call it, high level and kind of what's this about is really unfair.
Yeah.
And so I just brought along a couple of key messages from it, just to highlight what we're actually about, and just to remind people, it came from the Prime Minister, who's the Labour Party leader, but this is the coalition's vision for what we are trying to do, and we are going forth to do that as a coalition government.
What are a couple of key points, do you think?
So the 3 big ones were the building the productive and sustainable economy, improving well-being for New Zealanders and their families, and providing leadership from the government. Now they sound high level, but if I give you a couple of examples from within each. So the clean green, carbon neutral
pure,
New Zealand,
100%
that's
pure
huge.
green.
That's a massive big mission that we've got to work on together as a country.
And remember, this is an international agreement that's been signed up to by previous governments to actually lock us into our international obligations, and we are going to deliver on those obligations.
And now we're doing something tangible about it, and we're being careful about how we do it.
Good.
It's fantastic. And the other one, for example, out of well-being for New Zealanders and their families, the warm, dry homes package.
So simple.
I was in Christchurch with Megan Woods about a month ago, launching the warm, dry homes, and the reinvigoration of the insulation program for homes. It's just fundamental and incredibly important. And then, of course, transformative, compassionate government. That sounds airy-fairy, but in contrast to the last 9 years, I think it's a huge change.
We kind of need a little bit of a soft it was a little bit brutal the last one. Whatever.
So
line up.
Probably gone on too long already, but I thought really important just to clarify that, and that's our vision. That's
right.
the government, the coalition government's vision.
Well said, Fletcher.
Yeah.
100% spot on. I just want to finish on this note too.
Yeah.
The media have been going on and on about this disunity within our coalition.
No.
And they keep talking about the little wee spats that we have. And I can just absolutely assure you, we get on so well. Yes, we have differences of opinion. Yes, we have to sit around the table and discuss those things, as all families have to, as all corporate entities do, as private sector businesses do, as volunteer sectors have to, and also so do all of the other plethora of clubs.
The 7 disparate groups within the National Party, they have to come together and talk.
Exactly right. But here's a statistic that was put through by Winston at Question Time on Tuesday. Since this coalition government have come together, 1,055 positive decisions have been come to and concluded and are being worked on as we speak. Now, if you go back and listen to all the media rhetoric, there's only been 4 times that we've had a seeming spat, which they weren't spats, but that's using the media's type of language. Now, 4 out of 1,055 is less than 0.03%. We are talking about less than a storm in a teacup, less than mole out of a mountain.
We're getting on with the business together.
Yeah.
But good numbers, really important to know, right?
Put the stats in there. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to my office. It's a very small, humble office, I have to say, but not as compared to some of the other big offices that are around. But it's enough to get my work done, and have a great weekend.
Thanks, everyone.
Look forward to seeing you at convention. And
Yes, it's going to be a good one. Thank you.
Toodles.
Bye-bye.